Today is Monday, November 20th, and I'm just wondering, what took Jerry Jones so long to put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor?
Are all financial advisors fiduciaries? Fewer than you think. Not knowing could reduce your lifestyle. Hi, I'm Mitch Kramer, founder and CEO of Fint Financial. A fiduciary is a regulatory term to reduce conflicts of interest in wealth management. A fiduciary always works in your best interest. A non-fiduciary advisor might put their compensation or company ahead of yours. At Fint Financial, we are certified financial planners acting as fiduciary advisors. To learn more, go to flintfinancial.com or Fint Financial's YouTube channel.
Before the Cowboys game against Carolina Sunday, Jerry had the surprise announcement that he'd be putting Jimmy Johnson in the Cowboys' Ring of Honor on December 30th, the day of the Lions game. This relationship between Jones and Johnson has been pretty darn frigid for 29 years now. After Johnson was fired, split from the Cowboys. Anyway, he was gone after 2 Super Bowl wins. In 2014, 9 years ago, Jerry was asked why he hadn't already put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor. And his reply was, quote, disloyalty. I couldn't handle the disloyalty. I think what Jerry's referring to there is, in December of 1993, yes, during the Cowboys season, Jimmy Johnson publicly flirted with the Jacksonville Jaguars head coaching job. And by March of 1994, it had all fallen apart. A lot of people feel, and I think this is true, that the two struggle to figure out which one of them should get more credit for fishing the Cowboys out of the abyss that they'd fallen into as the Tom Landry Tex Schramm years were ending. Looking back, it's kind of childish. You're winning Super Bowls. Shouldn't there be enough joy and credit going around for everybody? But Jerry got blamed pretty much for Jimmy going away. But when I was doing the book, The Greatest Team Ever, Jimmy Johnson told me, and it is in the coffee table book, that he was going to quit just a few weeks later anyway, that he actually had a date already picked out to quit. But now, apparently, bygones have become bygones. But with these two, I think the word apparently is appropriate. With seasonings, you seem to need so many, and then they just sit in your spice cabinet month after month. That is not true of Goodness Steak seasonings. Now, I know the name steak suggests that it's very good on steak, which it is. But Goodness Steak seasoning is so versatile. Use it on veggies, burgers, soups, even popcorn. Get it by going to the website, bringthetasty.com. That's bringthetasty.com. Goodness, this seasoning is good. The Ring of Honor announcement upstaged the game. The Cowboys had a workmanlike beatdown of Carolina. Now, the final score is a little deceptive. After 3 quarters, the Cowboys only led this game 17-10. But then Tony Pollard burst through for a touchdown from 22 yards out, and on the next play, Carolina threw an interception that led to a defensive touchdown, a run back by cornerback Deron Bland, his 4th returned interception for a touchdown this year, tying an all-time NFL record, and that's with 7 games to go in this season. Carolina was one of its worst enemies. They allowed 7 sacks, which is not unusual. They're very high in the league in allowing pressures, and Dallas is number 1 in the league in creating pressures. Carolina also committed 8 penalties for 90 yards, and many of them with terrible timings in this game. Now, Dallas did force 2 late Bryant Young mistakes, and to Dallas's credit, Carolina had the ball 10 times and never started a possession outside their own 30-yard line. Every time they got the ball, Carolina had a long way to go to the Cowboys' end zone.
Hey y'all, Jason Velo here with Oh Hail Contractors. I've been in the business for a little over a decade, and one thing I really enjoy doing is serving people. Want to see things made new again, and I can help you through that process by making the insurance claims process understandable and almost easy, believe it or not. Also, I can give you great suggestions on the best roofing system and even ventilation for your home, which ultimately makes your shingle last a little bit longer, even in Texas. Who do you know that wants that level of service? So, if you'd like some help with that, you can call me at 972-567-5766 or find me at ohhail.com, and that's OHHHAIL.com.
The Cowboys now move to 7-3. Yes, they've been beating up poor teams. Hey, what can you do? The schedule maker makes out the schedule. And yes, they've played 2 winning teams and lost to each of them. But Dallas will have chances to beat better teams down the road. Seattle, Buffalo, Miami, the Eagles all await after Thanksgiving. There is one lingering concern, though, as you watch the Cowboys, and that's the run game. Yes, Pollard had a terrific 22-yard touchdown run, but still, including that run, Dallas averaged only 4 yards per carry in the game, and that's not going to get it done down the road against good teams. And some of those teams play in cold weather spots. Buffalo, and a season ender in Washington, and if they have to go on the road in the playoffs to someplace like San Francisco or Philadelphia, they'll need that running game to be better. But now, they're home Thanksgiving against the Commanders, who just lost to the Giants in a hideous performance. And Dallas waits to see if on Monday night Kansas City can beat Philadelphia. That would bring the Cowboys within 1 game of the Eagles in the loss column as the NFL stretch run arrives. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Just Wondering. If you enjoyed it, please hit follow. Then each episode every weekday will be delivered straight to you. And if we might ask one more favor, please share it with friends. I'm Norm Hitzges, and every day I'll be just wondering about something.
And I'm Mary Hitzges, and I'm just wondering too.
Today's episode has been brought to you by Fint Financial, by Oh Hell Roofing, and by Goodness Steak Seasoning.
Just Wondering is a production of DSP Media for FanStream Sports. You can find Norm's show along with other great programming at fanstreamsports.com.